What's up, everybody? It's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Trey. This is your other host, Chris. And this is the sports show, the best one out. It's called Get a Bucket. Usually we talking about basketball. But this brother told me, hey, are y'all covering the draft? And I'm like, I guess we have to now, huh? So, Devin, you back on the show. You know.
Thank you.
He done got his marching orders. You know, we gotta cut it a little short today. But hopefully we're going to get that entertainment. But, fellas, before we start, let's go ahead and get a little, you know what I'm saying? There you go. I'm a slow sip this one. Y'all know I'm a little lightweight. That's why I pour myself a little sip. There you go. DC
the beat man.
All right, so look, we got to talk about here the NFL draft. Obviously, I'm a Panthers fan, Saints fan, as y'all saw last time. Y'all know he a Ravens fan. So we going to talk about our teams a little bit, just a little bit. I ain't telling about that one. I got to give him a little surprise. But really quickly, before we get into our teams, who was your most surprising pick in the first round of the NFL draft? Just give me one for right now. We'll see what happens as time goes on. Maybe we can spin the block, but we'll start with Devin.
Obviously, I'll say my most surprising pick was the Falcons taking Michael Penix at number 8 overall.
He went NFC South.
Mm-hmm.
A little biased, or you genuinely that's your most surprising pick? Why is it the most surprising for you?
Because I didn't expect him to be a top 10 selection.
A little shade. He just planted 3 trees. I know y'all saw that. How come he couldn't be top 10? What was the most glaring reason for you?
For me, I think the issue for me is he's coming in. I mean, obviously he's one of the older prospects coming in at 23. He'll be 24, I think, in 2 weeks.
Okay.
But also, for me, it's the injury aspect. He's had 2 knee injuries on the same knee as well. So how healthy is that? And I just think I didn't see him. The way he responded to Michigan defense in that final championship game, he's going to be facing defenses like that every Sunday. So how is he going to adapt to that type of speed at the NFL level compared to the college level?
Let me ask you this, because, I do hear that. I do hear that trepidation. I do think quarterbacks can adapt if they're given the opportunity. So, given, I'd like to assume he's on a better team right now. So maybe given that and his skill set, is there at least a little bit of optimism, just a little bit, that he can adapt?
I mean, there's always going to be optimism, but again, we won't know until we see what type of product he puts out on the field.
He got to hit the field first. Okay. Chris, do you share that same sentiment, or?
Absolutely, I do.
Okay. So
Absolutely,
look, we're not going to kick a dead horse. We're not going to beat a dead horse. Who's your most surprising pick then?
Mine's is, I want to say Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Which one?
Which one?
They had 2 first-round picks.
I'm definitely going to say JJ.
McCarthy?
I can agree with that.
The QB?
Only because
Didn't they just lose Kirk though?
Because
you got no more cousins.
Okay, because
they lost their family. Vikings feel orphans related right now.
But to be fair, did anybody expected JJ to go to that high?
Hell no.
So he's not talented enough. I need y'all to land on something. Listen, bro, y'all can't just keep saying stuff like that.
No.
Is he talented enough or no?
No.
Can he reign in the NFL? I actually like how that just happened.
I wish you was playing your piece and I got mine on that.
I mean, damn, I think about whoever thought that he was going to somewhat stay close to home. Nobody did. He's a game manager. He ain't no top 30. He ain't no top 20 QB. He's a game manager, and he was in a run style offense at Michigan. Once you get to the NFL, if you don't know any type of post style West Coast type of offense, you will get benched.
I agree 100% with what you're saying. And to be honest,
You say game manager though, right? You say game manager.
Yes.
And I'm gonna lob this one up to the body right quick. If he's a game manager and you got the weapons he got, does he have enough IQ to manage the game properly? Because again, he might just be in a good situation. His O-line gave him enough protection. You have Justin Jefferson to throw the ball to. I'm sorry, lob the ball up to. You got T.J. Hockenson to throw the ball to. Like, you got some good talent around you. So is he a good enough game manager? Maybe not rookie year, but do you think he can develop into a good enough game manager, have good weapons around him, to live to the promised land? Rain.
You forgot one more wideout, Jordan Addison.
Thank you. I'm sorry, Jordan, because you damn sure used my. Yeah, he went to my boys.
I just don't see. If it was a different team, I would say perfect.
Different team like what though? Because again, that's three weapons right there. That's two wideouts and a tight end. That's solid.
You don't. Okay. If Jetta was not Jetta, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just give me one team though that you would rather see him go to. You think Broncos?
I would say Las Vegas.
So Raiders and Broncos. Okay, so let me ask y'all this then. You say Broncos, you say Raiders. Do you believe Raiders is a good fit for McCarthy as well?
I don't know, just because they have a new offensive coordinator.
Okay, and Chris, do you think Broncos? He said he don't know, so he don't necessarily agree with yours. He just don't disagree with yours. Do you agree with him on Broncos? For McCarthy?
I agree.
All right, so maybe we need. Okay, so McCarthy going to the Broncos. That's interesting though, because I mean I don't think they have the same weapons as the Vikings.
They got Cortland, but
That's no Justin Jefferson, but okay. I mean, I hear it. I guess that's cute. It's to me, and I ain't studied McCarthy enough. I just don't know if y'all sold me enough that he not good enough to game manage.
Can I say this? The only reason why I would think that he would be a good fit for the Broncos is only because Sean Payton was my Saints' former head coach. Sean Payton is a run-the-ball first type of offensive coach. And what did McCarthy do at Michigan? They ran the ball majority of the time. He didn't need a Justin Jefferson at wide receiver. He didn't have one in Michigan, and they still found success. He has a 27-1 record off of just running the ball with Jim Harbaugh. Harbaugh and Payton come from the same style of office where they like to run the ball effectively in order to set the QB up on a nice third and manageable. So, and from that aspect and standpoint, I just feel like it would have been a better fit for him there. And I could see Michael Penix maybe being more with the Vikings with the way Kevin O'Connell runs his style of offense. I think Penix would have been a better fit there versus in Atlanta. Even though the OC and Kevin O'Connell come from that McVay and Shanahan cloth.
Yeah. Okay. I think the comparison when you said that he was successful at Michigan and you think Sean Payton's offense would be a mirror in the NFL too, that's a good point to bring up. Okay, all right. So maybe, JJ, you wish you had gotten drafted somewhere else. Maybe. But, hey, best of luck to you, champ. Best of luck to you. So we got a most surprising from both of y'all. Just to clarify, were those good surprises or bad surprises? Just yours? It was.
For the Penix selection, I would say it was just kind of I could see it both ways.
But you call it.
I think it was a reach. I think it was a huge reach. Yes.
Bad. That's tough. See, he don't like slandering folks. Just call it spade a spade. Y'all were trash. Y'all was stupid. Y'all was ignorant. Y'all was foolish.
It was a great. hey, ATL, I love you.
Somebody need to get fired. That's what he said.
Hey, ATL, I love y'all. I just think y'all reached. That's all I'm saying. I think y'all reached. Y'all should have went defense. That's my opinion.
Hey, all right. So, Krista, for yours, was it a good or bad surprise? Just for clarification.
Damn, I really want to say it's a combo of bad and good.
Gotta land one.
I gotta say bad.
Two bads. Damn. All right, then help some people out. Give me a good surprise. Let's start with Devin again.
A good surprise was definitely, I would say, the Chiefs taking Xavier Worthy, trading with the Bills to go get what we've all basically been hearing as Tyreek Hill 2.0. The man broke the NFL 40 time with a 4.21. That hasn't been done since what, 2015?
2.0 is crazy. But I will say, I hear that, right? My only question is this, because do you think, because he said earlier too, I'm assuming that was going to be yours as well. I'm about to say, because he said that earlier off air. That's the reason why I'm speeding through that. I ain't just cutting him off. That's right, we communicate. But so with that then, do you believe he'll be a Tyreek Hill 2.0? Or at least in a similar breath as Tyreek?
I mean, obviously, I think every player's going to be themselves. I just think from when I saw him play against Alabama, when they beat Alabama in Tuscaloosa, I saw him being able to find the deep ball and track it in the end zone for a touchdown. The way they used him on sweeps and everything else in Texas, because Texas runs a pro-style offense with Sarkisian. I just think just seeing him play against that style of defense he made those players look
foolish. Okay, all right. And that's what I say, ladies and gentlemen, maybe, I'm not trying to be too vain, but maybe y'all saw my facial expression when he mentioned Sarkisian. That's because he used to coach the USC Trojans, and now he don't. Bum. Anyways, okay, but I feel you on that, though. That was just
Riley, relax. Hey, Riley got some good offenses, man. What you want to say?
Can we get some defense, too, please? Damn.
That's not
it's a handcuff. That is not a good excuse, bro. I'm sorry. Like, we slandered Mike D'Antoni in basketball for not being good defensively. Got to the conference finals, though. That's cool. Close. Too bad this ain't horseshoes. So, again, I would really like to focus on defense if possible. I would greatly appreciate it. So, we got Tyreek Hill. So, again, just to clarify, we got Tyreek Hill 2.0. That name's thrown out there. But you say he will be close or no? Just to clarify. Just yes or no.
Well, I mean, they have a different build. I
Right.
He can be close.
He can be close?
But I think it also depends on how Andy Reid and the Chiefs plan on using him. Because we already know what Mahomes is going to bring. He's got that gunslinging arm.
I think if they need that speed demon, and they saw what they did with Tyreek Hill, I think they'll give him a shot at trying to be that wide receiver. Because Chris said, go ahead. What did you say about your man?
I said it was like you got Hollywood and you got Worthy. We already know Rice is gone, but he can literally help you out down the field. If you want to have a double team on Hollywood, if you want to have Worthy one-on-one man covers, he's gonna blow past by him.
He was also saying too, he's probably the best athlete that the Chiefs will have. He has better hands than the wide receivers on the Chiefs. I'm asking is that I don't know, but we'll have to see. But if that's the case though, and he has a faster 40 time, then Tyreek. I will say using Anthony Richardson as an example because I heard you talking about Noob. I see you out there, but I do think, and I like Anthony Richardson because of the physical tools that he displayed. Even though he only had 1 year, I think he showed enough and then expanded upon that at the combine. That's right. I heard you in the back there. That's right. I had to make sure I said that for the show. But I like it. I called him Cam Newton 2.0, and I at least like what I saw from his rookie year because believe it or not, if he was not injured, I think we got a case to talk about him versus C.J. Stroud as the rookie of the year. So I'm just saying, with old boy, I am interested in seeing how he pans out because AR really got robbed off that injury because we definitely would have outplayed C.J. Because don't forget, C.J. did not outplay Bryce Young. Shout out to the Panthers. But
here we go.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, bro.
You got the big dog pissed off over here. I like you, AR, but let's be real, man. You were causing turnovers like no other, even when you was healthy. And I'm not saying there's a shot to you, but
I'll just be clear. We still talking about the Chiefs because I just wanted to use him as a reference and say that 2.0 point. I looked at AR and I got excited because I thought he was Cam Newton 2.0. We got to see about the throwing ability. I don't know if he's going to get to an MVP level, but at least from a physical attributes,
Yes.
he's 2.0. So I think from, again, physical attributes, if he's faster than Tyreek Hill, I'm excited to see that. So, because I was excited to see Anthony Richardson during the season, and when he was playing, he was effective. The physical freak of natures, they do thrive. So speed, you can't teach speed. So that's y'all good surprise. All right, cool. I know we had to have something positive out there. I'm glad boy, it was going to be a little tough. I'm not going to drink. I'm starting to get a little turned already. You know what I'm saying? But what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is take a quick hiatus, quick 30-second timeout, pay some bills. And when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more NFL topics. Hope y'all have been enjoying the program thus far. Y'all boys good?
Oh yeah, you're good.
All right, that's a bet. That's a bet. We'll be right back after our sponsors.
The I'm Perfectly Made Foundation believes that routine screenings can save lives and that access to these services should not be a barrier. Our mission is to promote eye health education, free eye exams, free eye screenings, and free glasses to our communities with the focus of highlighting early detection. The I'm Perfectly Made Foundation also gives individuals with low vision and blindness the opportunities to be a part of certain community events regardless of visual impairments.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Listen, we're going to go ahead and kick this off proper, right? We got another Would You Rather for us. So, Chris, go ahead.
What's good, y'all? So my Would You Rather is who gets left off.
Oh, I can't hear you. I can't hear you at all. I was about to say, you talking too low. I'm just sorry. I'm about to. I'm about to.
Don't come with my boy like that.
You tell you talk.
I got you, bro. You got it.
Anywho, so who would get cut? Patty Mills?
Ooh, Patty Mills is crazy.
Patty Mahomes.
Woo.
Patty Mahomes. Joker or Messi.
So Patty Mills, Patty Mahomes, Joker, or Messi. Yeah, that's okay. You really like Patty Mills like that, huh?
Bro,
Right,
it's
slick. Shout out to Patty Mills.
It's slick.
All right, so Patty Mahomes, that's tough, bro. We'll let guests go first.
Hell no. Hell no. No. Don't put the guest on the spot,
No,
man. Don't put me in a position. I don't want to do
Should
that.
we have the?
How you gonna make me pick like that?
I said we had guests go first.
I know. I'm messing with you.
This would play the food. I bet you money he wouldn't have had a problem with it. Guests always go first when there's food offered, so we let you go ahead and eat. Like, see?
All right. I would go with Joker if I had to pick one. It's tough, but I would still pick Joker. I'm sorry.
I'm picking Joker.
See, the thing is, it's not fair because you add Joker in there for recency, right? But then let's say you had flipped that, though, for, like, someone like Braun. I bet you would have taken out, like, Patty. I bet because of longevity. Off longevity, you have to. Championship-wise, Braun got 4, Patty got 2. I understand he's younger. Like, against the longevity piece. So, for me, I might have to go Jokic just because, like, soccer's the biggest sport.
Yeah, that's why you can't cut Messi.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's a cheat code. Like, that's a cheat code, bro.
And we in America. What's America's #1 sport?
Soccer.
Football.
But like, I mean, Jokic versus Patty. Now let's talk about this for a second because Jokic could get 2, be right there with Patty. MVPs, that brother might get 3 this year. So I mean, I passing the ball, scoops. Like what? Like I don't know. There's a case for Jokic too. So I think, I don't know. I might go Jokic on this one. Just there's a case for it. There's a case to cut Patty.
Wait, so you're saying you would cut Jokic or you would cut Patty here?
I might have to cut Patty. You know, I might have to. Like in terms of order of operations, Messi, Jokic, and then Patty.
Not to throw you out there, but you just gonna cut the light skin?
Sometimes you gotta do that. Sometimes you gotta do that, brother.
I know we toxic sometimes, but damn.
I mean, because again, all right. So, what's your main reason for putting Jokic over? Patty over Jokic then?
Because I think Mahomes has just accomplished much more in a short period of time. Like you look at,
And then Joker.
yeah, because you look at what Mahomes has done. Consistently being a part of like the AFC Championship year in year out. I think he's only missed it one time, and that was his rookie year. But ever since then, he's had basically 4 or 5 straight seasons where he's made the AFC. Thank you. Yeah, 5, and he's always up there. Every time we try to think, because I'm not gonna front. Every time the Ravens and the Chiefs play in the playoffs, I always try to, I always try to like bet against and go for Lamar because I think Lamar deserves to finally win one. But every time I try to give Lamar that opportunity to say he's gonna do it, what does Pat Mahomes do?
I feel that, but I'm also thinking too, because y'all say in a short amount of time, again, Jokic, 3 MVPs in 4 seasons now. That's pretty good. Possibly 2 chips in 2 seasons. Like that's pretty good. So I mean, and I can't definitively put Patty ahead of Jokic now in terms of like if you ask me years from now, maybe I say Patrick Mahomes because I do think even though football you get a higher chance of being injured, I do think Patty Mahomes will last a little longer than Jokic does. Potentially. Let's see how that shakes though, because Jokic, he don't be dunking like that. So I mean, hey, as long as he's staying.
But to also add insult to injury, the only reason why I would also give Mahomes a leg up just from a football versus basketball standpoint. In basketball, when you do the play, y'all play a series. In football,
it's only one game
through the playoffs. You lose that one. And
so I do hear that, but let's also think too, and I ain't trying to harp on this too long, not too long. But Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce beats Jamal Murray any day of the week. So when we're talking about support, Andy Reid, and then their defense is doing pretty well too, from what I've seen. It's surprising, folks. I'm just saying that he's had more help too. Jokic is perceived as dragging folks along because when we look at it, end of the day, Jamal Murray doesn't have an all-star. Good player. Doesn't have an all-star berth. Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, probably going down as Hall of Famers. And worst case scenario, just Travis Kelce. Like, you see what I'm saying? It's loud. So that's what I'm saying. I see a world, but again, ask me years from now, it could be Patrick Mahomes. That's a solid one though. So then, fellas, since we got a good little, sports conversation out of the way, Shake, good little stretch right there. How you liking your Saints pick?
I love it, just from the.
You think they went the right direction?
Yes, because offensive line was an issue last year for us, and so to have someone that can come in and basically kind of fill a little bit of a hole that we have right now. There's still some uncertainty, but I think you put Fuaga right there, like the right tackle spot, because we don't know if Ryan Ranch is going to bounce back because they're saying that his knees are probably, even with the surgery now, and they're still really bad. He may not be able to play any more NFL. So you like, and what's I don't even know how to pronounce buddy's name. Talisi Fuaga.
Ooh. Okay. All right. Cool. So then, answer me this: offensive tackle, because you gotta get to a championship, Super Bowl, and the game is won in the trenches. That's what I've been told by any football player that I've talked to, right? So it sounds like a good pick.
Yeah.
Can he be an elite level offensive tackle for you? Or is this more like just an average starter? Like where you got him ranked? Because this first round, bro.
I would say he has the potential to be elite because it's not even just me saying it. There are analysts saying that he is a day one future Pro Bowl caliber starter.
Day one?
And the only reason why I'll even give him another leg up is this man is. Let me compare two prospects. You have offensive tackle Fuaga who went to the Jets, and you have the guy that my team drafted. The Jets pick, that offensive tackle is a pure only left tackle. Fuaga has played left and right. He's versatile, which is what I know my team values offensive linemen who are versatile and can play at different sides of the offensive line.
Ambidextrous tackler. That's exactly crazy. So, all right, so a little more versatility. Also, 6'6", 340 or 334. What's his 40 speed if you got it? Do you know?
I don't know off the top of my head.
All right, I'm just
I would
saying.
assume it's a 4.9.
I wouldn't want this man touching me at all. Like, not to tap my shoulder, nothing on the field.
Yeah,
all right.
scary.
What? 6'6", 334? You got it. So, you said potential elite offensive tackle. Help protect your peoples. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like y'all trending in the right direction. And let's say going forward that you got protection, right? Derek Carr seemed to be cool.
Still don't like you, Derek. I'm sorry.
That's crazy. They just okay. I mean, they got you some insurance, Derek. Finally, the car got some insurance. So with that being said, then what's your next? Like where should y'all draft next? Offense, defense, like.
I think it can go one of two ways. We only have a second-round pick as of right now, but I would say with that second-round pick, we can either go defensive tackle to have someone pair up with Brian Brzee, who we picked last season, or we go wide receiver because right now we don't really have an ex-receiver because Michael Thomas has not been re-signed.
I thought y'all let him go, didn't you?
Well, he only had 1 year
So
contract,
yeah.
but we never re-signed him after. So
I'll let him go.
well, it was only a 1 year contract.
Mike, he tried to sugarcoat it. They fired you. Come on,
They
to the
didn't
Panthers.
fire you. He only had a 1 year contract.
Come on to the Panthers, baby. You see how we working. Getting some payback. You see them.
You've been a free agent. You've been a free agent for like 2 months, man. They still ain't called you. I don't know why you over here acting like they want you right now, man. Like,
We trying to see our options. You see the draft right now. Like holla at us in a couple days. So all right. So we got the direction for the Saints then. So we'll pay attention to see where the Saints actually go with that then. But at least they got a grade.
I give the offensive line an A.
All right, so far we got an A for the Saints. Moving on down to yourself there, fella. I don't know why you smirking so damn hard. Didn't y'all lose like so many people? Yeah, y'all departed like y'all was Duke University. That's right. I know how to jab myself 8 miles. Listen, so.
Damn.
To be fair, y'all only won the Bills are really throwing away everybody.
Thank you.
Are we talking to Bills fans right now? No.
Two titles. Holla.
What does that have to do with anything right now?
My nigga, you can't. Bro.
I ain't say nothing about titles. I said nothing about it.
Yeah, you
Nothing
did.
him on the Ravens. I ain't gonna say that as a Panthers fan.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Damn.
All right, so
Ain't we still waiting on y'all to get a title?
y'all cheat and get one, but it's okay.
How did we cheat to get a title?
If the dam didn't break down there, anyways. So
Wow, man.
if natural
Put some time in the mix on the podcast. Y'all see what this mofo doing over here?
So Ravens.
Yes,
After
sir.
y'all departed, or after people departed, which is what I said, nothing championship related. Y'all see how they treat me on the show? Daggone. How do you feel about your pick? Nate, cool with you?
Oh yeah, I love Nate.
So you think going the cornerback route?
I mean, absolutely. He was the best player available.
Mhm.
So,
Okay.
and the kicker was Dabo was in his suite. So him and Eric, Dabo takes Eric and say, pick him.
And
I was like, I watched him while he was at Clemson. I never watched him when he played against at Florida State.
Mhm.
And shut down a 6'6". Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can do that,
so
take it. I mean, you got a good culture, you around a good coach, you got a good championship base. So I mean, and at the same time came from a good cloth. So I don't mind. I said I don't mind picking up another Clemson up at DB, even though we always go like Alabama routes, but like a Clemson or DB, I'll take it.
So let me ask you this then. He said his boy is a day one starter potential elite.
Future Pro Bowl.
Your boy about to reign? That what he about to do?
No.
I'm
Not fooling with
this.
you. Not fooling with you. not fooling with you.
No, for real though. Is he about to do work though? Like,
Oh, yeah.
where you classify him as? Is he a starter for you? Is he
He
a
definitely,
Pro Bowler?
he definitely want to be a starter, but he's probably going to be like a third like DB, so like a nickel.
So not would you say he would be like a week one or like so there's something they're gonna like eventually transition into?
Eventually transition.
Okay, because my situation is different. We need this guy basically to be ready week one.
No.
Essentially, because
So your boy got more pressure on him than your boy.
Correct.
basically,
Okay, that's what. Okay, all right. I mean, that's tough. Sucks.
No, it don't sucks.
Hurts. I mean, look. Here's the thing.
when you got in the first round, there's always gonna be expectation.
Expectations, but not a lot of pressure. Follow along, please, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Allow me to paint a picture for you, shall we? Because now we get to talk about my team.
Oh Jesus.
That's right. Let's get it, Xavier. Let's get it. That's his last name. Well, it's Leggett, but y'all see where we're going with it. Leggett. But you know, Leggett. It. Like, you know, we try to work with it. You know what I'm saying? Xavier, holler at me. I got you, bro. But look, so they told me, right? Because it's funny that you say you was cooling with Dabo, and he told you to text the people and so you sent the text for real. That's what you saying. That's real smooth. I like that, bro. Because you heard that too. Because he definitely said, yeah, Dabo text him. I'm like, hey, you was right. You was right with him. You was right with Dabo and that. That's crazy. So how come you couldn't bring Dabo on the? Yeah, because you was right there with him. You didn't want to bring him on the show. That's crazy. I'm gonna talk about.
Yeah, we're trying to get our subscribers. I'm trying to compete with Uncle Shay.
Hey, come on, bro. You said Dabo text him like you was right there. That's all I'm saying. Next time you see Dabo, holla at you. Your man's Chris is on the show. He hosting of it. Damn it, come on. But look, so I see Dabo, right? Dabo a little stocky, right? He did work for 49ers. I see people like AJ Brown, a little stocky. He did work for the Philadelphia Eagles. Well, Xavier, you're a little stocky, and they get it because I think we can put some work in. And here's the thing: this is Bryce's second year, so he putting pieces around old boy. I don't think he got to. He don't have to be a Pro Bowler week one. Like you just got to show me some promise, bro. Like you just got. I trend in the direction where I can get close to like 1,000 yards. Make me believe that we can get there at some point in time, and then I'm cool. That's all I'm looking forward to see with this man. Be healthy, run some clean routes, set some solid blocks, and help this man out. Now, the offensive line still some trash. That's another discussion for another day. But I just want to see. Like, help me paint a solid picture for optimism for my boys. That's all I want to do. 'Cause I don't want to sound ignorant when I make the statement. That's it. That's all I want. So
I'll give you some positivity because the last time I was on
here, you gave me nothing
about Deontay Johnson.
This man gave me 2,000 hours worth of negativity.
It was not 2,000 hours, okay? But for our audience, I will say this. Xavier Leggett was one of the players that I know my Saints was probably eyeing with Clint Kubiak now being our OC because he fits that type of style of like that Shanahan McVay type of receiver. And they've compared him to obviously A.J. Brown with how he just runs routes and is very, very physical from off the line. Now, I will say, like you mentioned, you said the offensive line. I understand it, and we just need to make sure that the offensive line. I don't want to see a situation where it's like with the Jets, where you got Aaron Rodgers like that back there, but then the O-line doesn't hold up long enough for him to get the ball to Garrett Wilson or whoever. I don't want that. That's the one thing I'm concerned about. It's like, yeah, y'all are getting Bryce Young weapons, but it's all pendant on if the offensive line holds up enough for him to be able to get the ball distributed well. And that's what I'm curious to see. Because I know that Dave Canal is your head coach.
Let me ask you this,
because
we said the boy run routes, right? So if we put him in the screen, 6'3", 227. As a cornerback, I'm about 6'2", 6'3". You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to tackle him. Hell no. So, like, do you think maybe if I throw him in the screen, because let's say our O-line is trash, you got to get the ball out quick. So if I put him in the screen, Can we do something with that?
Let me ask you another question. If your O-line is trash, why would you trust them to run the screen with him? How are they going to block?
What you mean?
How are they going to block for him if you said the O-line is trash?
He's throwing the ball that way. He got
Throwing
the ball that
We
way.
cool.
Cool.
He needs blockers, does he not? If your
I
O-line's
think
already trash,
I
you need offensive line to run the screen
think he was
effectively.
good enough to cause a diversion and give him enough time. That's all I'm saying. Like bare minimum. I think our O-line is good enough personally. But if our O-line is trash, you still think we can't, like, he won't help us out at all. And I'm asking that because I think if you put AJ Brown in this situation, he might be able to help out the team. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Where does my guy rank? Like, is he close to AJ? Is he below like much below? You know.
I would say I think it'll come down to Bryce Young in that, to answer that question, because at the end of the day, Bryce is the one throwing him the ball.
But I'm thinking if I have AJ there and I know Bryce is throwing the ball, I got a little dependability in AJ.
Yeah.
So is it safe to say I can have that same dependability in Xavier?
I mean, I do think that, again, I would say that as of right now, optimistically, I would say yes.
Okay,
I'm also, you know, we got to wait until, you know, the season to go. We got to see how he performs.
These predictions, brother. These predictions. Yeah.
So I would say from a prediction standpoint that, yes, he has the potential to be on the level of an A.J. Brown. Now, until we see that on the field, you know, remains to be seen.
But your expectations are...
I do have expectations that Xavier Legette would be an asset for the team.
Okay.
Even though I do hate the Panthers, but...
That's cool. My thing is this. I want us to remember our expectations of these players coming into the season. 'Cause I think a lot of times we always talk about and move the goalposts. Oh, this player is supposed to do this. And then by the end of the season, our narratives change. Well, remember this, that, and third. No. Remember what you thought at the beginning of the season. Because if they didn't reach that expectation, there needs to be a valid justification. Or they let you down end of day. So for Legette, you heard what I'm looking for. Just show me a little promise like we can get to 1,000 yards. That's all I ask. That's it.
Don't be a Calvin and Benjamin.
Well, for starters, Kelvin actually did get 1,000 yards, or like 900 and some change his rookie year, and he gave me some optimism. So I would say be Kelvin Benjamin-esque year one. Going forward, cool. We can rock with what Chris said, but no shade at Kelvin because Kelvin did get injured too. Like that could have worked out really well. See, you about to get me. Oh my God! You know what? Go ahead and go to your would you rather. He about to piss me off. That just messed me up. No, because that's
we already see.
In other words, that was payback.
Payback for what? I asked you. Okay, go ahead, bro. Go ahead. We about to end the show off this man's alone.
Don't pay him no mind.
Hooping is an activity that can be enjoyed by all. It's a team game about getting and stopping buckets. Everyone's always rushing to the gold. Well, make sure to rush and watch Team Gold Rush, one of the best teams in the Special Olympics of Virginia. Team Gold Rush even has former NBA All-Star participants on the team. Clearly, they've struck gold. Ready to suit up and practice? I know. We talking about practice. Not a game. We talking about practice. Practice still makes perfect. So when the opponent starts hitting their shots, Team Gold Rush can bounce back due to their training. Remember, offense sells tickets and defense wins championships. Watch us get a bucket and rush for the gold. We aim to be that gold standard. So want a team where you can win and have fun? Team Gold Rush is your number one.
No, my second would you rather is who would you start your franchise with? Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards, Lamar Jackson, or Mike Trout?
I can't go Lamar Jackson. You've seen what he's done. Nothing. No, I'm playing.
Lamar, ignore what this fool's saying. He just hating. He just hating.
Lamar, it wasn't for you. That was for Chris.
Yeah, he just hating. Because I know damn well he would have gladly had you as his quarterback in Carolina right now. He wouldn't be talking this shit.
Well, right now, yes. But if you ask me this when I had Cam Newton, I don't know. Like I was cool with Cam. But again, Cam got injured, so that it is what it is. All right, so dang, that's kind of tough though. Ant-Man, Lamar, Mike Trout. We'll let you go since you guessed.
I pick Ant-Man just because I've only recently started looking at how he plays the game of basketball, and to me, he definitely does look a little Michael Jordan-esque with the way he plays on the court.
Okay.
And I like his style and aggressiveness on the court as well. So I would say, for me, I pick him.
Okay.
I'm with him. I'm picking Ant-Man.
Ant-Man still?
I'm picking Ant-Man.
If I have to build one person around,
I'm picking Ant-Man.
I'm not going to lie to you. If I go at this from an expectation standpoint coming into the professional, right? One, for starters, Mike Trout, I apologize because you get slighted the entire way because I didn't really follow you like that. I saw when you got that big-ass contract. Oh, he's supposed to – oh, he that guy. Got it. But to build a team around, I feel like it starts at the inception when you actually start playing. Ant had higher expectations.
Yeah.
Ant had higher expectations. So I think I go Ant for that. But you said something really interesting earlier. And I think the way he approaches the game, the seriousness, yeah, you get the Jordan-esque. Lamar gives you the electricity, right? Like he gives you that, like he should be the guy. Mike Trout, again, he got that big-ass contract, like I just said. But like Ant-Man seems to be taking his team. He seems to be the alpha. He seems to be embracing that leadership role at an early age.
Yes.
And I think those intangibles are what makes you say Michael Jordan-esque. It's not just the shot-making ability. Because respectfully, that man had like 5 points in the first half at one point in time. Shot a little terrible, but had good poise too. So I think because of that, I would agree. Initially, I was going to say Lamar. But I think because of what you said too about the intangibles aspect, I do kind of switch my pick. Because coming into it,
yeah,
that's what helps out Ant-Man over Lamar.
Yeah, and I thought about it while we were having this conversation. I do really like Lamar Jackson, but the one thing that let's be honest here, Lamar is at a point now in his career where he has had pieces put around him now. Anthony Edwards, in my opinion, is still, like you said, young. They're still kind of figuring things out, and even while figuring things out, he's still finding success. With Lamar, it's like, okay, you've gotten a more pass-heavy style offense. You don't have to run the ball as much. You got Derrick Henry now, and now even still, like you've had 2 years of making the MVP, and we still are waiting for you to get to
Take
the Super
that
Bowl.
next level.
But to be fair, though, he did lose to Patrick Mahomes. So let's say Ant-Man never wins the championship, never wins the MVP. Would you guys change your answer basing it off their career?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, just make
Well, Lamar's
sure.
had a longer career. That's the only reason why I'm saying it now. Now, I think if they were both in like the same years in their profession, then we could have a more.
Well, let's think about that though, because year one, Lamar comes out the gate swinging. So
bench.
So
bench.
then
Wasn't he still helping out Joe Flacco though?
That's what I'm saying. Like Flacco was the starting QB.
What year did Lamar win his MVP?
That would have been
The second, right?
Year 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that was
So we're talking about coming out the gate swinging, because you go from bench to starter to MVP in the span of 2 seasons. That's impressive. Ant-Man, I don't know. He can get MVP,
Yeah.
but we got to see it. Like you
Exactly.
say, you got to hit the field. So I mean,
Exactly.
but I do think he has that ability though.
Mhm.
So if we years from now, I would love to see how we view these 3 players. Also, we got to give Mike Trout some more love too. Pay more attention to him, because right now all I know is you got a big ass contract and people was pissed at you. I think you made a little comeback though, but yeah, that's not a lot of people liking you, Mike. Not a lot of people are liking you from my vantage point.
And
But no,
Mike, at least you didn't gamble for like $24,000 and lose out an $80 million contract.
wait, who did that?
Who was the basketball player that did that recently? You know what I'm talking about, right? And now he's
You talking
Johnson.
about?
He's Michael Porter's brother. Yeah, Michael Porter's brother.
Yeah. If you had said got caught gambling on himself, I would have peeped out. When you said the specifics, the 24,000, I was like, nah, I ain't. I didn't know he put down $24,000.
Yeah,
Well, his friend had to. Please don't tell me. I don't think he did. His friend.
No, he did.
he
put it
did.
out himself.
That's why he is
He put it out on
indefinitely
himself.
suspended from
That's-
the NBA.
I mean, I know he got banned, life banned,
Yeah.
right?
That man,
I know you can track it if it goes back to you, because like the Shohei Ohtani thing, I know like people are thinking that his buddy was doing him a solid. So I was really I know they say he bet on himself. I was hoping at least the man was smart enough to try to have somebody have a third party. Like at least, ladies and gentlemen, if you're gonna do dirt, do it correctly. That's all I'm saying. Like do your due diligence, please.
I mean,
if you be a criminal, be a good one. Because if not, the repercussions are stupid. Ban.
But let's be real; these guys don't always think stuff through. And the same argument can be made about. We just saw this happen with Keishawn Butte from the Patriots.
Here's what we're gonna do, because I see we need to have this conversation off air. What we're gonna do is take a quick little hiatus here, pay some bills, come back, maybe put some money on Jonte's books. But when we come back, we'll have more football to talk about. Even though it's called Get a Bucket still, just letting y'all know. Y'all boys good?
Yeah.
All right, that's a bet. We'll be right back.
Sports is one of the few things that genuinely connects us together. Whether with coworkers, friends, family, we all love the entertainment. Well, here on Get a Bucket, my goal is to talk about sports and its cultural impact. The WNBA, for example. The WNBA is loads of entertainment. From the new rookies battling, displaying their skill sets, and preparing to take the league by storm, to the Titans and the MVPs of the league clashing for battles we'll always remember. From imagining the soon-to-be possibilities, to admiring and treasuring the finales. Get a Bucket is a platform where other sports analysts, hoopers, coaches, and fans of the show come and talk about the WNBA, both negatives and positives. So if you haven't, take a quick peek. At the very least, you'll have a good time. Remember, sports is one of the few things that genuinely connects us together. So please, tune in and stay connected.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Listen, got to set the scene for y'all, okay? So we got just a few things, right? For starters, we do have the game on. Now, fellas, see, I already caught him looking at the TV. Can't have it on too much. Don't be acting like you was looking at the camera. Nigga, I know you was lying. Don't stop lying. Lying. Oh my God, I can't trust folks. I swear, it be your own people, right? But we got the game on and the draft going on. We do a little multitasking as we recording, right? I got my computer on here doing a little. I'm not gonna tell y'all what, but anyways, like I said, we got a lot of things going. But a few things have been happening in the NFL. I do want to talk about these. So real quick, Broncos. Or should we start off with the number one pick Bears and Caleb Williams? We did talk about him. Since he did get drafted, finally to the Bears, do you believe the Bears will be worth something next season? Fine, just yes or no. Like, do you think they can get to the playoffs?
No.
Wild card? No. All right. So then you're saying no. Where they're going to be for you? Is this like a a bottom three team, top five? Like they're going to be lower than us?
I think the Bears could potentially. They could be like one of those teams that has a 6 to 8 win record type in Caleb Williams' first year, but not enough to get them into the playoffs.
Okay,
and I'm just speaking from the standpoint of like the majority of this team is still the same as it was last year. And the only reason why they got the number one overall pick was because of your Panthers. So you're plugging in a guy replacing Justin Fields with a new offensive coordinator, and there could be something to say about that.
There's two ways to look at that. New, right? Everybody's got to adjust on the
Exactly.
Bears, but then everybody in the NFL has to adjust too.
Exactly.
So you could have the creativity of a number one pick who people have been,
Kinda
looking
like
at
CJ
for
Stroud.
a minute. Right. So, and I think people are saying he's going to be in that CJ Stroud role, except you might have better perceived weapons. Would y'all say that?
I would say yes, because you look at the weapons that he has with like a Keenan Allen, like a DJ Moore. Those are guys that we've seen who are proven threats. With the Texans, with CJ Stroud, we didn't necessarily know about Tank Dell. I don't think we necessarily knew about Nico Collins. I could be wrong there. But I know for a fact we didn't know how good Tank Dell was until we saw him on the field.
So then, if Caleb does not get to the playoffs, you said wild card, but if he doesn't get to the playoffs, fellas, can we say he's definitively worse than C.J. Stroud? Okay. So then, what do you need to see from him that says he's worse?
You really got to fall off the damn earth.
Caleb?
If
So if
we want to
Caleb-
say, if we want to say worse than CJ, you really have to fall off the damn earth.
So you think, so just to be clear, when you say fall off the earth, do you think he's better than CJ?
No, we're not saying.
So you're just saying he's in the same room, he's in the same conversation. He just has to tank his rookie year in order to fall off. Okay, so that's where you coming from. Do you say that you share that same sentiment, or
when I say fall off, I don't think he necessarily would fall off. I just think with Caleb, I think personally, just from what I saw coming out into the draft this past season, he was worse than what he was when he won the Heisman. He committed more turnovers this past year than he did. And I think a lot of that had to do maybe with just like
the defense, like I alluded to earlier, brother. It's that piss poetry.
But even still, like
got me drinking everything.
But even still, regardless of whether you have a good defense or not, you should be, as a quarterback and the leader of your team, be able to overcome that. And it doesn't help when you're over committing turnovers and putting your defense, which you know is trash, on the field again.
That's tough. Again, our defense, they want the best, and you gotta. It's like sometimes when you feel like you have to score, it's kind of like how with Josh Allen, he's committed turnovers, unfortunately, because he feels like he has to score. Good team.
But he's a gunslinger, and that's the problem with gunslingers.
But that's what Caleb Williams is.
He's not really a gunslinger. He's more of an improv quarterback, I would say.
I give him a little
gunslinger. He has an
arm,
yes.
But I give him a little gunslinger. Actually, I think if you're talking about when you think of gunslingers, you think of like Brett Favre, right?
Or the Mahomes, who just have an arm that can throw 70 yards.
But that's the thing, though. He's compared to Mahomes so often. So I gotta consider him a gunslinger. I gotta consider him a gunslinger. But again, I just wanted to make sure I get a baseline for him this upcoming season because I'm a USC fan, so I'm a little biased. He played with us for 2 seasons, so I think he's a solid player.
I do.
In the right environment too. I do believe they can get to the playoffs. Shout out to DJ Moore. You got a really good talent on you. Keenan Allen, if he's healthy, you might have something there. So we got to see what happens. That Bears defense too. That's been their bread and butter usually. Usually when they're good, their defense is straight too. So it would be surprising if the Bears can't get to the playoffs. Not totally surprising, but a little. I'm expecting that.
I'm gonna throw you a curveball over here. Jaden Daniels will be better his rookie season than Caleb Williams.
I would take that.
Y'all think so? You don't think Caleb Williams is going to be the best rookie? Is that because of talent or situation? Team or situation? Shout out to Michael Parsons.
Me personally, I would just say if I'm going to pick a quarterback, I would pick Jaden Daniels today over Caleb Williams just because it's not because I'm an LSU fan. He broke the FBS record in passing and rushing as a quarterback.
I thought it was a total offense.
Not even just total offense. He statistically, Jaden Daniels, Malik Neighbors, and Brian Thomas Jr. They statistically went off better than Joe Burrow did with Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson was at LSU.
Yeah.
So just for clarification, I think there's an issue with Daniels on durability. Is that fair?
No, I don't think that's fair. Just because I watched him pretty much his entire collegiate career, and he went from Arizona State to LSU, was running around in the SEC against SEC defenders, taking big hits from Dallas Turner even, and was still getting up. I think he may have only been injured like one time in what 22
So you think
games?
he'll be fine come NFL? He a little thin. He
is. But I look at it this way. I think he is kind of like a combination of an RG3 / Lamar Jackson, where you look at his junior year at LSU, he was rushing the ball because he wasn't trusting to throw the ball to his receiver. Then you see how he progressed from doing that to his last year at LSU, being able to use his legs only when he needed to, but was focused on passing the ball to his weapons. So I think from that standpoint, durability shouldn't necessarily be, as long as he continues to grow and become a more all-around quarterback like he's shown in this past year, especially with the air raid offense that Kingsbury is going to bring to the table. I think it should bode well for Jaden.
Okay. All right. So just to recap, fellas, y'all ain't really. Sound like y'all ain't really liking Caleb too much. I hear a little light skin slander. It's okay. Bo Nix.
Why we got to bring colorism in?
But you brought color into it last time when you said something about Patty Mahomes and light skin. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, now.
But I'm not coming.
You
Hey,
do
all
it.
I said
do
was,
it.
audience, to clarify, it's not a hate on the light skinned brother. It's just the fact that all I said was this.
We gonna see if he hating light skins for real. Chris, go ahead. Here's would you rather. We gonna see if he hate light skins.
All right. So
the old people.
you would have to take one goal out of this whole conversation. Tiger Woods, MJ, or it's Serena Williams.
Tiger Woods ain't light skinned. He called Melanesian, so. What the hell, bro? You good, cousin Nick?
Hit me with a tough one. That's crazy. Serena? I think Serena might be the most dominant. I don't know though.
I would have picked Serena for my goat.
Only thing though is that boy Tiger was the only man to have a ticker on his band. It was NBA, NFL, Tiger. Like I don't for years, bro. Like you would have thought golf was called Tiger. So I don't know. That's dominant because you knew tennis was tennis.
Yeah.
It was just dominated by Serena. But yeah, if you watch ESPN, everyone was playing Tiger. Like that's what I don't know. Like there's a case in the MJ, that's dominance right there. When the white man call you God, I don't know, or Jesus, I don't know.
But we also, to clarify, we said GOAT with looking at their entire career. So with MJ, let's not just ignore that baseball career was trash.
Well, hold on, let's think about it like this too, because the other two didn't have. I was gonna say the huevos. But clearly one didn't. But no, maybe they didn't have the mental strength and fortitude to play another sport. Maybe. Is that a good way to spin it or no for you? No. I don't know.
I mean,
trying to put my lawyer hat on right now.
I'm just saying you can have the mental to maybe do another sport, but just because you do something doesn't always necessarily mean you should. Because if we look at it, MJ didn't dominate the realm of baseball like he did with basketball.
No, but I mean, he did at least play in two professional sports. Tiger and Serena didn't. But I'm just saying. I'm just trying to play.
That's like you basically telling me I go out and I buy a nice ass like GTR, but then I got a Geo Metro in the garage too. What are we talking about?
That was a fair comparison because again, that man did dominate now in basketball.
That's what I'm saying. That's his basketball career is a GTR, but his baseball career is a Geo Metro.
Now we got him extending his sports resume in something he didn't necessarily really spend all his time in.
His gambling resume speaks louder than his baseball resume.
That's tough. That's so tough. I mean, I hear, like I said, I'm just trying to play a little devil's advocate. That could be one way to look at it too. But like I said, for me, I think Serena, just from the longevity piece,
yes,
I do think Serena might be the more dominant one. It's just tough to take Tiger out of that realm. Again, my man had his own ticker on TV. Like you don't see that nowadays.
That is very true.
You don't see that. And then like even nowadays, he still seems like he can win another Masters. So I mean, I don't know. Like Maybe not put all your money on them, but possible.
Yeah, I think maybe the reason why I also just put Serena at the top is just because she also had to overcome, I would say, not even just being black, but also being a woman as well in the sports world.
Mm.
You know, there's a lot of like criticism and stuff that goes along with it, and to still be able to have success, being a double minority in that sense, you know, speaks volumes too, in my mind.
Mm.
And to still be as successful and dominant for how as long as she was.
Yeah, you can also think too from like the solo standpoint as opposed to a team. Although Jordan
Exactly.
did not, but I mean to be fair, now Jordan helped take that team. It was other pieces though,
I'm about
but
to
Jordan's
say,
known as that driving force because we saw what they did without Jordan.
but we also heard
Shout out
him.
to the King.
But let's not act like he did not admit on the Last Dance that there's no Michael Jordan without Scottie Pippen.
No, that's facts, but there's no championships without Jordan. So I mean,
There's no times without Pippen. Let's be real. It's no times without Pippen.
Yeah, but we also saw Pippen go on national TV as an MVP candidate and say,
He was like, yo, you come on.
so I mean, like I said, it's levels to it. But I do hear you though. But just to be clear, I think we both were saying Serena.
I'm saying Tiger.
What's your main reason for Tiger?
Just as a black man just dominated majority white sport for like 20 fucking years, you would never ever seen that shit.
What do you think Serena did?
It's different. Okay. It's different.
Oh, you better.
It's out of love, but still.
I mean, floor is yours if you want it or
Okay.
if not. But like, so what's the main reason why you say it's different out of curiosity?
Yeah.
Because you had to play against top level competition every single weekend.
So
Like,
you think tennis didn't have top level competition every single weekend?
they
I'm about to
did
say Maria Sharapova.
Well, he's saying every single weekend.
every
though.
single weekend.
So
But when-
maybe from a consistent in his eyes, he thinks from a consistency standpoint, maybe Tiger had tougher competition. Which, if he's saying that, we'll have to do some research and figure out.
because
Because I can't definitively say who Serena played every single weekend. I just know she beat Tail every single weekend.
And that's what I'm
She
saying.
beat
Like,
her
at the end of the
sister
day-
all the time.
I
That
like
sibling
this,
rivalry,
and I would like
that
to
helped
think
out.
if you're all playing on a national, like the top level that you can reach in your sport, I like to think that you're not playing against scrubs every single week.
No, you're right. But he's saying, like, what if he's saying, though, the golfers compared to Tiger might have been closer to Tiger than the tennis players versus Serena, which is a fair way to look at it too. Again, I'm not saying you're right or wrong.
Yeah.
I'm saying that's another damn episode because we
Yeah.
got to do some due diligence on that. But you making that statement, and we also know too he likes to renege, ladies and gentlemen, so he might retract that statement back. But again, that is a fair way to bring that up too. So we
It
could
is.
look at that and see what happens. But
For sure.
I think that is I ain't gonna lie. I definitely thought you was about to have a Me Too movement on your ass. Like, I was like,
hold up now.
that's why I
Be
said-
careful
that's
what
why
you
I
say
said
right
if
here.
you want to. But again, it brought up another topic. So I'm
does.
glad we expounded upon that. You know what I'm saying? It was good banter. That was a good Would You Rather, which again, ladies and gentlemen, he came up with them. The Would You Rathers are his segment.
Yes.
So they
Appreciate you bringing those
were
in.
great. They were great ones. But like all great things, though, must come to an end. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you all enjoyed the show. Devin, do you have anything you want to say quickly before we close up shop?
Thank you guys for having me on the show again.
Absolutely.
Been an honor to be here. I know it's been a few months since y'all got a chance to see me and my energy. Hopefully, I'll be here again whenever we get together. But till then, catch y'all later.
Has it been like a few months though?
Last time we chatted was about Aaron Donald's retirement. That was at least, 2 months ago?
2 months ago.
We were doing like a post Super Bowl.
Well, so the thing is too, though, yeah, football season's over. So I mean, it's a
we
little.
got the UFL. I'm going to see the Defenders on Sunday.
So I mean, I interviewed a WFA player from the DC Divas, right? So are you trying to rock with me to the game? They playing. I know they got one on the 4th of May. I don't know if I'm gonna go to that one. I'm gonna try to see though, but definitely on the 11th I'm trying to go to. So you good to go?
Let me check my calendar.
I would say it's on the Saturday or Sunday, whatever day.
Okay.
So
I should have availability then if that's the case.
okay, all right, baby. Well, so as y'all can see, ladies and gentlemen, we're supporting women's football here. You know what I'm saying? So, Chris, you got anything you want to say before we close up shop?
Buy a Dolphin ham.
I'm not mad at that statement. But while we own it, I guess trade everybody at this point in time. I'm assuming we're gonna get at least gentlemen swept. I'm praying for at least one game. Please give us one. But as it wouldn't be, we wouldn't be right if we ain't say nothing basketball related. I appreciate that, Chris. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please like, subscribe, comment, tell anyone about the show. My name is Trey.
I'm Chris.
We're the host of Get a Bucket. Hope you all have a wonderful one. Take care.
Oh, I did not know you guys were still here. As you can see, we're at the back end of the show. No pun intended, but look, hope you all enjoyed it. And before you go, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the IG account, share the content to anybody who's anybody. And most importantly, leave your thoughts and comments below. But I got to go back and play Buddy in 2K, so let me unmute him real quick. Excuse me. Hey, boss, I'm back. Nah, you better catch this word. You know we get buckets around here, too.